Welcome to Ways to Love Your Money. I'm Elisabeth Dawson. I'm staying at home right now doing our work, and we wanted to get a video out to you today. I have my dogs here. I'm sure you're going to see them running around, and it's just kind of an interesting thing. You might hear a couple of snorts or something like that too, but what an interesting world we're living in today, right? It's the adaptation of working from home. So many people would love to do that, but gosh, I'll tell you what, so many people are just scratching and biting and wanting to get outside and getting outdoors. So I'm wearing my workout gear here. I did my yoga this morning. I feel good. I encourage you all to go out there and do it because we need to have something that will help manage the stress. The stress that we're dealing with, the current economic environment, the stock market, the unknown, the fear of maybe you're going to contract this coronavirus. Well, I have every faith and hope that our government and every chemist out there is working on solutions. And today, as I sit here, the market is actually going up. So it's a happy day for all of us. Have we hit the bottom? I have no idea. I don't have that crystal ball. I can just tell you what I look for indications for the following day. I look at the US stock futures just to kind of see what we're in for the next day, but having conversations with people at the same time. I encourage you to look at that, see what your triggers are. I was having a conversation with my son this morning. He works for Boeing and he goes, "Mom, is this a good time to buy?" I can't really tell him yes or no, but when anything's low, this is the time we want to look at that. So many of my clients have called in and said, "I'm not worried about this. I actually want to put more money in." And I go, "Okay, well, let's talk about what you want to do." So there might be an opportunity to take advantage of that. But in addition, what most people are concerned about today, because so many of us maybe having to file for unemployment benefits, or they're waiting for the stimulus package to be signed by the government. The stimulus package of $1.7 to $2 trillion to come into households, to come into families and individuals so that they can actually make it through the next couple of weeks. I know that there's another phase coming too for something a little bit longer, but encouraging news today. I saw that the president was talking about wanting to get people back to work, back in the workforce, and not necessarily having to work from home if that's not your business or what you do. So how do we do this? We need people interaction. We need to have a stimulus with our own environment. So I encourage you to get out there, get some exercise. If it's a beautiful day, take a walk. If not, take a drive. Again, that social distancing is something kind of difficult, but I don't want you to social distance from your financial situation. So one of the things that we say quite a bit, and it's coined from a friend of mine, his name's Scott, and he has talked about something called losses hurt you more than gains help you. And this is the biggest time to consider this. Most consumers, what they'll do is they'll get out of the market and they'll miss the comeback. And I've had some of my clients kind of go through that recently. We might have readjusted some things, but I'm looking at everything every day. It might take us a little longer from some of the retail standpoint to recover. But why the average consumer doesn't recover as quickly as, let's say, the market does is because they get out and they don't go back in at the right time. But the other concern that most of our clients are having today is that paycheck coming in each and every week, each and every month. So how do we guarantee that paycheck to come in? The stock market's not going to pay your mortgage. They're not going to pay your rent. They're not going to pay your grocery bill. So in that kind of scope, especially in retirement planning, it's about making sure we have enough guaranteed income coming in each and every week, each and every month to be able to solve those needs. So even if your portfolio has gone down, let's say you had $1 million and now it's worth, I don't know, 650, 700,000. What do? What are the answers? Well, you got to protect some of it. It's maybe not all of it because you maybe want to look at part of it to come back, but how do you protect some of it? And if you knew that there was a strategy to protect some of it, would you want to do it? One thing I know about people is we want guaranteed cash flow. We want protection. We want less taxes. All those things are in the stimulus package. That's what's kind of stimulating the market today because they think that they're going to get close to signing it today. These are good things. What we want to see is 2 days in a row in the market coming back in green. Now, most of our clients too, I'll talk to them, especially if we're doing retirement planning. They're in a situation where this market correction isn't having an effect on their ability to get their cash flow each and every month, getting that guaranteed paycheck. Most people would love to have a pension, but pensions are kind of, disappearing from our environment. But it doesn't mean that you can't have a personal pension-like income coming in guaranteed for the rest of your life and your spouse's life if you choose to plan the right way. I encourage you to kind of pull things out, take massive action now, because now is the best time to be in this situation where you know what to expect. We don't think this is going to last forever, but the time being that we're going through feels like forever. So now is the best time to kind of look at where your portfolio sits, what risk you are willing to take, and maybe it's already exceeded that. And then how do you reposition and start to protect? How do we get those protection components there? Because right now, and again, I talked to a friend of mine, Larry, yesterday, and he said, the most important thing that we could be in today is secure things that we know are guaranteed for sure, and we want to be able to have them. So if you're concerned about these things and you want to basically make sure that your future is set, give us a call at 619-640-2622, or email us some questions at questions@Elisabeth.Dawson.com. I bid you adieu at this point, but continue to take care of your health during this whole season. Take vitamins, do all the things that are going to help build up your immunity, and let's come back strong in the weeks to come. The information provided in this show is for informational and educational purposes only. This show is not investment advice, nor is it intended to address the financial needs of any particular viewer. The opinions expressed on this show are not intended to be an endorsement of any particular investment strategy or service of any other kind. You must make an independent decision regarding investments or strategies mentioned throughout the show. Before acting on information in this show, you should consider whether it is suitable for your particular situation and strongly consider seeking advice from a financial advisor.